Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how rider interact with the horse. If you didn't watch my previous video about the horse controller, please check my previous video. And this video, this is like this. The player can interact with the horse and he can get down from the horse. If you are new here, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon to join with my channel. So let's start today's lesson. So previous video I didn't start imported the third person content pack, so today I'm going to import this third person content to the project. And let's move to the third person map. This is it, and let's import our host to this map. Yeah, okay. Now let's create the interaction with this horse when the player is moving towards to the horse. Let's add the box collision to the horse to identify the player is going near to the horse or not. Let's name this as rider trigger. And let's scale this to identify the player. Okay. Let's implement this on component begin overlap function, and let's check it. Let's print which is going to overlap. Yeah, it's third person character, which is this my player, and we need to identify the player is controlled by us or not. So let's create an interface to check that the player is controlled by us or not. The player is a player or not. So let's create an interface. I call it as BPA host, and no, we don't need BPA host now. Let's implement this BPI player controller. Let's open it now, and let's create the function as is player, and we need to output as is player or not, and we need to implement this interface in the player. The player is this BP third person character, and let's implement this interface in this player character BPI player control. And let's stick this in the player blueprint, not player blueprint, it's in the host blueprint. We need to check that the player is a player or not. let's add the branch to check, and if it is true, we need to implement other functions beyond that. Let's check by printing. Hello. Yeah, now it is working, and now we need to create the widget to show that we need to press this button to climb up to the horse. So let's create another blueprint for that. Let's create a widget blueprint, and I will name that as WDG instruction. Let's add a canvas panel for this, and we need to add the text for that. Let's take this text block to the middle, and we don't need these positions, and let's make this alignment as 0.5, so we can make this text block exact center, and let's make the size as 600, and justification as text align text center. And for now I will add this as press E to climb the horse. And let's create this widget in the end play on in the horse blueprint. WDG instructions, and the our player has the get player controller, and let's promote this so we can reuse the widget. I'll name it as WDG instructions. And so if the player trigger with this box collision, the instruction widget should be displayed. So I will add this. And when the player going away from this trigger, the UI should be disappear. So let's use this on component end overlap function also, and let's copy this and paste. And let's remove this from the parent. Let's check this. Yeah, now we can see the instruction, and we need to implement the function and when the player press E to climb up the horse. So let's add the input as E. It's a action mapping. Let's name it as interact, and the key E. We can press add this E key by after pressing this we can press E key to assign this as E. So when the player is near the horse, we need to register the horse actor inside this player blueprint. So we need to add this player controller to add another function to register interactable character. We add this as a character and name is a interactable. So when the player is near the host, we can register this host to the player. And interactable act as self, which is this host blueprint. We need to implement that function in player blueprint. So let's promote this as interactable actor. And when the player is pressing E, let's add the interact action event, and let's check this interactable actor is valid or not. If this player is interactable actor, that means host is valid, so we can code beyond this to climb to the host. So let's add this add BPI host to the host blueprint, and let's add the function as start interaction. So we can use this interaction button to interact with the host from the player. Let's add the input as rider and its character. So if the player press E, let's start interaction, and the rider is self. So let's implement this function in the BP host. So in this start interaction, we need to check, we need to add a scene to this host so that we can attach the player to the host back. So let's add the scene component as by the location, and we need to set this parent socket as spine1, and let's set the location like here, and this blue arrow should be placed to upward, so I will rotate this. Now it's okay, and let's first check whether this is valid or not, and then let's get this rider's mesh and capsule, and let's turn off the collision from them. Set collision enabled for both these components. There's no collision, and let's before that we need to promote this rider also. Promote as rider, or you can assign any name for this. And let's get the character movement component from the rider, and let's make the movement as fly. Set movement mode as flying, and now we need to set this rider, and we need to attach the rider to the horse, this rider location. So let's attach to component, and let's make them as keyword. Yeah, now it's attached. We disable this collision because if the player is going to collide with the horse, we cannot play as correctly. And after attaching this, let's make the rider location and rotation as rider location. Let's get the rider location. Get rider location to this, and get rotation to this, and then let's process this horse to play. For do this, we need to get the play controller, and then get process node. We need to process to this self. Let's check whether this is working or not. Yeah, now, yeah, it's working. Let's move this rider location a bit to upwards. Because the player is activating his player leg guy here. Now it works fine. Now we need to make the player animations for this. To do that, let's create animation blueprint for the player, and not animation blueprint, blend space. Let's add 1D blend space for now from this skeleton mannequin ESP rider. So I'm using this horse and inset row, but these animations are created for Unreal Engine 4 and mannequin skeleton. So I need to change this to Unreal Engine 5 mannequin. So let's see whether it's working or not. Yeah, animations are working, and we need to find the skeleton. This skeleton is provided by the asset pack, so I need to delete this and reset this as the this game's skeleton. So let's delete this and replace this from this mannequin skeleton. This is provided by the content pack. Now let's see the animations. Yeah, they are working fine. Now let's find the retargeter from this. So we need to retarget the UV4 mannequin to UV5 mannequin. Now we can see one animation only because the other animations are not redirected. So let's set them. Let's select these all animations, and after selecting, right click and save them. So we can see all animations here. So I need only 3 animations from riding for this video. Let's take this rider idle video and export this to this project animations, and let's make a new folder and call them as rider animes. And we need another trot into, yeah, this to the same location. Save them, and there is another walk v2. Yeah, this walk v2. So we have these 3 animations, and let's add this animation to the blend space we have created. Let's make this the speed as 5 so we can blend these animations smoothly. And the horizontal axis is speed, and maximum axis value should be like 600. And let's make these grid divisions to 6, and yeah, this idle animation should place here, and trot animation should here, and walk animation like here. Yeah, the blend space is now okay, and we need to find the player's animation blueprint. So to do that, let's find the player blueprint from here, and let's find the player's animation blueprint from here. And this is not the original one, and so this has a parent class, so we need to edit this parent class. Yeah, let's add the variable as is riding or not. Let's add the status riding. We are going to get here if the player is riding, and if the player is not riding, the state should be, go to the idle state, and not boolean. Yeah, we need to add BSP rider to here. We need to calculate this speed. To do that, before doing that, we need to set this is riding true or false when the player is getting the horse or not. So in the event begin play, we need to assign the animation blueprint to the blade. Yeah, so event begin play. Let's cast this to the ABP men and promote this as ride animals. When this is going to start interact, let's make this ride animals to set is riding as true. Let's see it's working or not. Yeah, animation is playing. So now we need to get the horse speed when the player is riding the horse. So to do that we need to find the horse blueprints and let's add the function to this interface like get horse speed, and this should return float value two float values, forward speed and right speed. The right speed will be valuable in next videos. Today we are going to use this forward speed only. Let's implement this get horse speed, and let's get the get velocity and get forward vector, get actor forward vector, and get actor right vector. Let's make the dot product to calculate the forward speed. So this is to calculate the right speed. Yeah, now this horse is returning this horse speed, and then let's create a variable as horse. This should be a character variable, and when rider is starting interaction, let's make this let's set the horse as the interactable actor, and then the rider movement, let's add this here as if he is riding. Get the velocity from this horse, get horse speed. Let's promote this as horse forward speed, and promote this as horse right speed. We are using this horse forward speed for this. Let's see it's working or not. Yeah, it's working now. Now let's add player getting down function to the horse. Let's use the same interactive action event. Let's check the rider is valid or not. If the rider is valid, set the rider location to something like let's add another scene component to rider get down location. Scene component rider get down left should be in left side. Like here, and we need to set the rider location and rotation as this. Set the location as this. And then we need to enable collision for the mesh and the capsule. So get mesh and get the capsule. Let's enable collision, set collision enabled as collision enabled for Korean physics. And let's detach the rider from the parent. Detach from component, I think. Let's see. No, that detach matter. And after detaching, equal let's set movement mode as hook. So let's get the character movement and set the movement mode as hooking. And now let's process this player. To process, we need to first get the player controller and then process, and should process this impound to rider. And we need to create the functions when the player is getting down from the horse. We need to add the function from player blueprint also. So to do that, we use this BPA player controller and add the function as player getting down from horse. Player getting down from horse. Let's call this player getting down. Okay, now after that, let's make this rider as null, and let's implement this player getting down from the horse and make this get a duplicate from them and make the horseriding as false and set the horse as null. Let's check they are working on it. Yeah, it's working now. So let's stop this video from here. uh, if you have any questions or suggestions for this, please add a comment for this video. And okay, let's meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.